Hi, my name is Michelle, and in this video I'm going to talk about the simple past.
First, the function. We use the simple past when an action was completed in the past. Then we use it to talk about facts, but in the past, and when there's a sequence of events in the past.
Here are some examples with regular and irregular verbs. First, with regular verbs. I traveled to Santa Cruz last year. You played video games all night. Yesterday we cleaned our house. Diana finished her English homework. Now, some examples with irregular verbs. We built a sand castle. She bought 3 new cars. I saw an alien. They went to the supermarket. Now I'm going to talk about regular verbs. I think regular verbs are easier than irregular verbs, but there are some ways to the structure of this type of verbs. For example, in general, we have to just add an ed termination to the base form of the verb. But with verbs that end in E, just have to add D. For example, hate, hated. With some verbs, we have to double the last consonant of the verb and add ed. For example, tap, tapped. And with verbs that end in Y, we have to change the Y for an I and add ed. For example, cry, cried.
Now I'm going to talk about the pronunciation of the regular verbs in simple past. We have to pronounce with a D sound those verbs that end with a vowel sound. For example, cry, cried, tried, tried, love, loved. We have to pronounce the end of the verb with an ed sound when the verb ends in a D or a T sound. For example, hate, hated, cheat, cheated, need, needed. And we have to pronounce with a T when the verb ends in any other consonant sound. For example, talk, talked, walk, walked, smell, smelt.
Now I'm going to talk about the structure of the irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are divided in 3 groups. The first group are those verbs that in the 3 forms of the verb are the same. What I'm saying when I say the 3 forms of the verb, I'm saying that the base form, the past simple, and the past participle of the verb are the same. For example, cat, cat, cat. Put, put, put. Let, let, let. Now the second group. The second group are those verbs that the simple past and the past participle are the same, but the base form is different. For example, get, got, got. Sleep, slept, slept. Meet, met, met. Buy, bought, bought. Tell, told, told. More examples. Pay, paid, paid. Make, made, made. Send, sent, sent. Understand, understood, understood. Have, had, had. And finally, the third group. The third group are those verbs that are different. The base form is different to the simple past form, and the past participle form is different too. For example, drive, drove, drive, break, broke, broken, fly, flew, flown, and eat, ate, eaten. And I have more examples. You went to Santa Cruz last week. We watched the movie last night. She ate a cake yesterday. I made a peanut butter sandwich. They played video games. He walked a lot last night. Yesterday we spent time together. I have to stop here to explain with these two examples the negative and the interrogative form. With these both forms, we have to use the auxiliary verb do in the past. So we have to use did. Did for all the subjects. In the negative form, we have to use did, but in negative. So we have to use did not, or in the contracted form, didn't. For example, first go the subject, then didn't or did not, and then the main verb, but in the base form. This is important. We have to put the main verb in the base form, and after that the complement. For example, you didn't do your homework. If this sentence were in an affirmative form, will be you did your homework. In the interrogative form, we have to put just did, and it goes in the first place. For example, did she win the game? We have to put did, then the subject, then the main verb, but in base form again, like in the negative form, and then the complement. If this sentence were affirmative, it will be she won the game. And that's all for today. Thanks for your attention. Bye. See you in the next video.